Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. I always tell Indian traders are very smart people, so they preempt the global markets. So yesterday what happened? The India came under severe profit booking, and despite the fact that institutions were net buyers for more than 3,500 crores. FAs have sold for about 1,000 crore, but the domestic institutions bought for 4,500 crore. But despite that, the markets fell so much, like mid cap, small caps, indices all fell 5% from intraday high. That was a very severe profit booking. But see what happened yesterday. Exactly the same thing happened in US markets. US markets opened flat and moved higher initially, and then uh, like S&P 500 has fallen almost 1.5%, and it has fallen almost 2% from intraday high, about 1.5% from close to close basis. But US markets fall is understandable. So that is because, just like India, US market also continuously moved higher, and S&P 500 was higher for 9 consecutive trading sessions. Even after this fall, and S&P 500 is 15% higher in just last 2 months. Today, US GDP data is coming. That GDP data will come 1 hour before the market opens today in US markets. So that is why, probably, it's normal for traders to book the profits ahead of some bigger events. So US GDP data is definitely a very big event. And on top of it, the weekly jobless claims data will also happen. But weekly jobless claims data happens every week, so that's not a very big data. But US GDP data is very important. But what happened in India was so surprising that there is no GDP data, no event, nothing. And then, there was no particular stock specific news also. Everything has fallen about 2%. And all the index heavyweights, L&T, Reliance, ICICI Bank. In fact, yesterday, HDFC Bank was holding. And in fact, until afternoon, HDFC Bank was firmly in green. Only when the last 1 hour or 2 hour when the selling came, HDFC Bank also came down. Otherwise, HDFC Bank was an outstanding stock yesterday. That is why Bank Nifty fell less than Nifty. So Nifty fell more than the Bank Nifty. So that was the thing yesterday. So as expected, Asian markets are down, and GIFT Nifty was going all over the places. Yesterday, when US markets was higher, GIFT Nifty indicating about 70, 80 point up. And then when the markets fell to the lowest level in US, GIFT Nifty was indicating about 100 point lower. And right now, though US markets fell yesterday night, now the futures are inching higher slowly. Uh, but I can tell you, US market is more resilient. The problem came to us because we had two Greenspan events, BJP winning in 3 state elections and a Fed event. But whereas in US market, there was only one Greenspan event, so that is Fed event. So therefore, the profit booking may not be very severe there, but the profit booking was very severe here. So as I told you yesterday, the ripple effect will be there today also, at least at the opening. And then after that, markets may stabilize. And I will not be surprised if market even closes positive today. That's because now the traders know those who had a long position, they cut the position, that is okay. So markets don't fall so much when people cut their position. So when those who have taken long position, when they cut the position, market falls, then immediately short sellers come into the picture. So they take the advantage of this and then hammer the market. So now by seeing that, US futures is also trying to recover, and then domestic institutions are supporting. When the day when Nifty hit all-time high, domestic institutions are buying for 4,500 crore. That is not their usual behavior. But of course, they did not buy at the highest point. They would have bought when the market fell 200, 300 point. But even then, so that is considered to be a very, very big positive. So one good thing for about India is that, there's a very, very strong inflow of retail money to the mutual funds and domestic institutions, having hell lot of money. And now the FIAs, at some point of time, they will change their mind. So that is why, in just 1 month, we have got 1 year return. So things can happen. So it depends upon how other markets behave. But looking at things after falling, so some short sellers may like to book the profit, especially today it is a weekly expiry day. So weekly expiry day, the volatility will be there, and Nifty, uh, Nifty, I told you it should be trading between 21,000 and 21,500. Okay, it went above 21,500, but it has not closed above 21,500. So the same way, now yesterday it broke 21,100, but I still think that the 21,000 is a good support, and it may break that also, but at least it may not close below 21,000. So that is my view as of now. But though our view is right, making money using our view is not that easy. How many people can hold on to the 21,500 call option when Nifty future was going almost to 21,700? So the view is different, and making money out of that view is completely different. So let us see how the market stabilize after the initial panic, maybe for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and after that, let us see whether the market stabilize. And then, if the domestic institutions willing to pump in another 4,000 crore, who knows? There may be some short covering also, but that possibility seems to be very, very less today. So watch out for 21,000 on the downside, and there is no need to see the upper one. Okay, I think the maximum it can go to 21,200 or 250. So that should be the range for today. So hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.